Well, kids communicate in different forms and fashions these days, but how exactly do they do that? Live at 5's technology expert Cliff Poe joins us now with details plus answers to your questions. So Cliff, how do kids do that these days? Because a lot of times you don't think about the devices that they're using.
That's right. That's right. I just brought with me just a regular old iPod. It just plays music. Okay, it doesn't really do anything else.
So we think.
So we think, right. The kids know different.
Yeah.
So while we were sitting in the green room, I just set this thing up so that I could send text messages to anyone's cell phone. I actually sent one to you before I came.
Ooh.
And sent one to myself. And it's very easy to go online and just find out how to use my iPod to text. There are lots of apps that you can download from the App Store. You can jailbreak your Apple device, even your iPad. You can jailbreak the device and get illicit apps from third-party vendors that will allow you to send text messages. Some of the newer iPods even have cameras, so you can do video and pictures. So parents are thinking that they're handing their child a wireless device that's fairly innocuous and safe.
You can't have an iPhone or one of the other phones. I'll just give you one of the old flip phones. Can't do anything else, but here's an iPod.
But here's this. So the other thing I thought when I was sitting there, I was thinking, how can I tell where I can get some wireless access? So I downloaded another app that just sits here on my iPod, and it just scans the area for anyone who has a phone that's set up as a hotspot that's not encrypted, or an unencrypted wireless device. So I can just stroll through the mall or ride around in the car, and as soon as I see an open wireless access point, I can jump on it with my iPod and start texting all my friends, and my parents don't know that.
Interesting.
It's really easy to do with the Android devices. Their OS is open, so there are lots of hacks out there on the web. So the Android devices are more popular, but it's doable with any portable device that has wireless access on it.
So as a parent, if you're just checking your child's cell phone, that's not the only thing that you should be checking.
That's right. You should be checking the iPod. You should be checking the iPad as well. The music players, the Zune music players do it. You should definitely be looking on all of those electronic devices that have wireless access.
Is it hidden on those devices?
Well, actually it is. The two programs that I downloaded, they have camouflage icons. It's an iTunes icon, and it just camouflages the app, so it looks like iTunes, and if I don't know any better, I think, well, that's iTunes. So they do camouflage them, but a lot of them don't. So you really have to kind of keep up on technology and really do a little Googling yourself and get your hands on those devices and check them out for yourself, too.
All right, now we know. Just as school's starting. Let's go to some of our viewers' Facebook questions. What should I do if my phone keeps turning off when I try to post pictures?
You know, I read that. Usually that's an indication that the phone has a problem inside that's going to take something severe. Usually when I see that, I tell the person, just wipe that phone, do a hard reset on it. Just go to Google, type in your model number and say hard reset, do a hard reset, and that usually clears that problem up.
Okay. Would you recommend getting a netbook?
No, I would not. I've played with them, and I would get a tablet before I would get a netbook. I just don't find any use in the netbook devices.
Okay. How do I reset a password on Windows 8 if I have forgotten all the passwords to the administrator accounts?
You know, there are lots of answers, and I'm going to give him a more detailed answer, but Windows 8 has a cool feature. You can create a password reset thumb drive. And if you use a Windows account to log into Windows 8, you can also go online and have a reset password sent to your email address as well. But because there are so many ways to do it, I'm going to give him a more detailed answer later this evening.
Okay, perfect. And why won't my MS Word recognize my thumb drives as documents? It tries to open them as photos after dumping what was on the drive into the computer where I don't want it.
Their file associations are messed up. The computer knows that Word docs open with Microsoft Word, but I can go in and tell it to open Word docs with something else. It's called file association. That's a classic example of the computer thinks that that's a photo when it should be Word. So if they just do a little Googling on file association on Microsoft Windows, they'll figure out how to set that back to what it should be. Okay,
Cliff, as always, we appreciate you answering our questions and keeping up with our kids. And how can folks get in touch with you?
They can call us at 877-255-8396, and I'll answer the phone.
All right. Thanks, Cliff.